Hello, it's Cassie, and we're on day 16 of the Crafter's Companion Advent Die Calendar. So where are we? We've got 16 right here. It looks like it's short and long. Yeah. Anyway, so I think it's going to be a word, but let's see what we've got today. Oh, I'm ripping it all apart here. Okay, let me get my little tool. What word are we gonna have today? Let's see. What does it say? Oh, celebrate. Well, that's cool. This can be used in lots of different ways, and it's, geez, that day 5 just fell right off here. Pretty versatile word there, so that's pretty cool. All right, celebrate. So now I'm thinking, what are we gonna do? I just need a minute to think here. So what do we want to do? Celebrate. See, originally I was thinking that I wanted to use product backing. I often save these when you get a stamp set or like embellishments on a sheet and it comes in the blister pack thing. You save these because they're pretty good, thick enough piece of chipboard or cardboard anyway. And otherwise you're just going to throw it away, and you can totally just cover this up with gesso and paints and whatever and make a fun little kind of like an ATC card or just little whatever. And yeah, and it's fun to use, and then you're not wasting and throwing stuff away. So I was thinking I would do that. Wondering what I'm going to do with celebrate in this. So I'm just trying to think for a minute here. We could make it a background again, which is pretty fun. Or we could, let's see, let's find a stamp. I think maybe if we stamp on it, that's going to help me put it all together, because I'm struggling at the moment. So just let's see what's going to work. Ooh, it could be, okay, it could be, I guess, a birthday kind of thing. What if we did a funky one? Something like this, maybe? You know, one of these guys with the birthday hat. I don't know how well that's going to fit in there, but we could do that and do like a grungy background or like a, mixed media background. Just, it's a really small one, so it could be pretty quick. And then put this on top and then put celebrate, and it could be like a birthday theme, but, in a different way. This stamp set, let's take a look. This is from Dina Wakley stamps, and it's called Weird is Good. There's the name of the set down there, Weird is Good. And real quick, I'm going to open this so you can see all the choices in here, because this is a good set. There's also some words. It's weird not to be weird. Embrace the different, and normal is so boring. So those are fun too. I always like to, I love when I get sets with phrases like this and words, because you can even print them, and mix the words up and make your own phrase or sentence or whatever. So, let's see. Yeah, so I think, let's see how big this girl is, because she's pretty cool. She's pretty big too, but even if we had most of her on like this and have a little bit coming off, I think that's cool. And she's going to take up a fair amount of space. And then we could put celebrate right on top. Boom, like that. I think that would look pretty cool. Yeah, so let's just tentatively say we're going to use this girl and do kind of an unconventional happy birthday little tag. And this could be like a tag for a gift bag or box, or on top of a present or whatever. Could be a lot of things. So you could put a ribbon around it, put it on a bottle of wine, whatever. It could even be celebrate. It could even be for for New Year's. I wasn't thinking about that. You could do something for New Year's. So there's lots of choices for the word celebrate. It doesn't have to be a birthday, but I think we'll just go with that for today. So let me get my white gesso. We'll start with that. And I'm just going to put it right on the surface here. And I'm going to do it a little bit thick. I probably, ooh, that's a bit much. That's okay. Yeah, let's see. That is a lot. Let me get another surface to put some of this on so I don't waste it. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm gonna just do this. Haha, what do you know? Especially because yeah, and then this opening, you know, we could just put some ribbon through that or whatever, you know. Oh, you could even just staple it to the top if I could find my stapler quickly. I mean, when the time comes, I might be able to. That would be cool. I'm gonna get a surface for underneath to work on. Excuse me for 1 second here. I should have done that to begin with. There we go. Okay. All right, so let's take this guy off here now. Make it a mess. Make it a mess. That's what I do best. Okay. There we go. Now we're going to put paint and other stuff all over this, so I don't really care if a little bit of the words or the print from underneath shows through. I just want it to be mostly covered and nice and white. So there we go. That's good. Now let's move this guy out of the way so we can finish our tag here. This is how I get a lot of tags done. Put too much gesso on something else and then gesso a tag. I can always use gessoed tags. So that's a good thing to do, and then you don't waste anything. We spend a lot of money on art supplies, and I work really hard for my money, and I'm sure that you do too, and so we don't want to waste it. Okay, so there we go. We got 2 surfaces out of that. Very nice. I'm going to put that one guy up. Okay, so I'm thinking, all right, here's what I did ahead. And again, I'm never sure what I am or I'm not going to use. Excuse me, but I haven't used art stones in any of my projects for the advent calendar, and I use art stones quite a bit, so I thought, I think that I should probably use some of them. So I think there's 3 different sizes, but I just have 2. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. So we have art stones and we have mini, and I'm going to show you the difference. And these are, if you do any mixed media at all, I would say these are definitely a staple to have because it's a really easy way to add some really, really, really cool and interesting texture. So here's the regular art stones. You see how big they are? Like medium-sized little pebbles. And then these are super teeny tiny. You see? Let me get in the camera. Yeah. So not as small as sand, but you know, pretty small. And they're great for getting in the little cracks and adding that little bit of extra texture and detail. So I think we're going to use a few of those on here because we haven't yet, and it's fun and really easy to use. So, and then I also have some of these Dina Wakley paints that, well, so here's how this part started. I saw this Rosie in my stash, and I was like, oh man, that's such a good color. I haven't really used this at all actually since I got it. So then I said, I'm going to use Rosie today. And then I thought, well, what else do I want to do? So then I grabbed a couple more colors, and this is one of my favorite combinations here. Buff, marine, and eggplant looks real pretty together. So these 2 are kind of dark, so the Rosie and the buff are going to help lighten it back up a little bit, but they really look really, really pretty together. So these are the 4 I chose. I don't know, I'm thinking probably going to use them, but we'll see. I also have these, and I don't know if I'll use these or not. I think I have mostly large ones left. Yeah, I do. I need to get, I wish she would sell one with just the small ones. So this is it's called Melange. They're just like art pebble pieces, and they go from like really big like that, you know, on down. And there's, I don't know how many sizes, 4 or 5, 6, I'm not sure, but yeah. And then there's even one smaller than that, but I probably used it up. let's see, is that smaller? A little bit. And there's even, here's I think the smallest that they have. And I have one of those. Yeah, I only have one left of the tiny one because I used them all up because they're great. Yeah, so I think these are all the sizes, I'm pretty sure, something like this. But they're super cool, right? And you know, you could put stuff behind them and they kind of magnify things behind them. Or, you know, sometimes I put them on a layout and then I paint over them and they're just good, you know, domed surfaces. So yeah, these are very versatile and can be used in a lot of different ways. So I have these out, but I might not use them on here because, you know, the most of what's left is pretty big, but you never know. I just thought, what the heck, I'll have them out just in case. So this is getting dry. I think actually though, I'm going to put some, so I'm going to dry it. I'm going to put some matte medium down and then I'm going to put art stones on it and let those dry for a few minutes. And then, oh wait, are we going to do any other texture? No, I don't think so. I think we're going to just stick with the art stones. But here's what I'm thinking. I want to paint the art stones with gesso before, no, that's fine. I'm using acrylic paint. So here's my thought process. This is why I was saying that and thinking that. Normally, if I'm going to use any kind of spray or water-based pigment other than acrylic paint, I always want to gesso these because otherwise they absorb the color a little too much and they don't, you know, the color doesn't sit on top of it the way that I want. So if you're using like, you know, like a fireworks spray or any of the other sprays we've used really, except maybe the surface stain spray from Brutus Monroe, I'm not sure how that would work. That might be okay on these, but everything else that's water-based, I would definitely gesso over these before you actually put the spray and put your color on. But because we're going to use acrylic paint and acrylic paint behaves differently, then I don't think we have to. So we are going to skip that step this one time. But yeah, just want to make sure you know that. So I'm going to put these aside for just a second. I'm going to heat this up. Okay. Not quite dry. Yeah, it's coming off on my hand. That's okay. We're gonna paint it up anyway. All right. Okay, so now I'm gonna use matte medium. So it's DecoArt matte medium. And, excuse me, I'm just gonna put some on here. Let's see, maybe I wanna use, yeah, I definitely wanna use a different paintbrush, sorry. I'm having a hard time here because I don't wanna use a good one. Let's see, basics, yeah, oh. Okay, we'll use this guy, sorry. Okay, this will work. So, where do I want to put the stones? This, I think we're gonna Stampin' Black probably right on top. Or are we gonna cut it out? Maybe we're gonna cut it out. That might be better. Yeah. Okay, so if we're gonna cut it out, it doesn't really matter where I put the stones. I'm just gonna put them around a little bit here and there. So maybe down here. Just gonna put matte medium. This is, we're using it as an adhesive, like a decoupage glue or something. You just want something that's a little bit thick, right, so that you can hold down your art stones where you want them. Okay, and then we're gonna probably go up in the corner, down the side a little bit. All right. And I'm just kind of patting it. I just want, you know, this stuff to be kind of everywhere, and I want it to be a little bit thick so that it holds my stones in place nicely. Okay. So there, I like that. And then we'll come up this side too, just a little bit. Like they're climbing up the wall there, maybe. Okay, let's see how that is. I'm gonna leave that out in case I want to use a little bit more. So the bigger stones I'm gonna put just kind of on the edges. And you're gonna see how cool this looks. Now, when we use the acrylic paint, my plan, at least for now, is to like paint it on and then water it down. And so it moves around, like same technique really as when I use the spray, but we're using acrylic paint, and so that, you know, is going to behave a little different. So I don't want to waste these guys. So I just kind of let them go where they're going to go. Sometimes I direct a little bit, but I like the organicness of it. Then these mini stones I like to do under another paper so that if they spill out, you know, they're probably going to mostly go everywhere, but at least we can try to contain some of them and get them back in the container here. So here's what I'm going to do. So the little tiny stones just kind of go everywhere. See, look at that. Oh my gosh. But just remember, they add some serious awesome texture in the end. So don't be afraid to have a bunch. Okay? And let them just run wild. I mean, that's the beauty of this, I think. It's just letting it be, whatever it is. Okay? And I try to shake the excess back. See, ooh, see, that's already looking pretty cool, I think. I like it a lot. And so see, like even, so it's very organic, obviously. This one big dot is up here, and then the rest are kind of, you know, and then this one guy is over here. And I like how that happens. It just kind of, they kind of naturally just settle where they're going to go. There we go. So I didn't obviously get them all, but maybe I can get some off here too. Let's see. I usually have, my tables usually got these all over the place too, just because they're a bit unruly. But again, they're super fun. So I'm going to put the lids back on, make sure I don't dump them everywhere. So I've definitely done that before. And that's not fun. Okay, there we go. Actually, I'm going to put them back over here. Okay. So then, what are we going to do next? So we have to dry this. And I think we're pretty good. I might just make sure some of these guys are on here nice and good. And there's a chance too that some of them might still fall off after, you know, this is dried because they just didn't have quite enough glue. But that's okay too. Just in general, it's fun. Okay, let's dry it real quick and move on. Might help to kind of smush them in, but you don't want to lift them either. Let's see this guy. I want him to stay there. I like him. Yeah, maybe I'm not going to touch him. All right, let's see if we can dry it up. So something I just thought of, another way that I've heard people do this is to mix, to get like a little pot or something that you can mix it in, or a well, and then mix the stones with the matte medium and then kind of like paint them on, brush them on, and put them where you want. And that's cool too, because you know for sure they're going to stay a lot better that way. But it's slightly less organic look to me. And yeah, maybe it's just that I haven't figured out a good technique for applying them that way. That's totally possible, but this is my preferred way to do it. So everybody's got a different way and their own thing, and that's cool. So I just want to share with you some of the different ways that I have heard or know about, so that you could pick which one works best for you. Okay, so that's pretty cool. This is still a little bit wet. Oh. All right, so I'm gonna quick clean a couple brushes. So that we can use them, and then we need to cut out the Celebrate. So what are we going to do with the Celebrate? We're putting it over the girl's face, right? We're going to just do it as a as the actual word that we're using, and we're not going to use it as a background or anything. So I'm thinking, what if we did thinking what if we did one of the shiny colors, maybe gold, silver? No, we're doing cool colors, so we would want to do silver probably, and maybe with a black backdrop. You think? Let's see. Or maybe I need to just wait until we get to that point. I'm going to cut it out of black first so that we can see how, you know, kind of play with it on here and see how big is it going to be and how does it look when it's actually cut out. So then we can, and then when it's time to put it on, we can decide if we want another color over it or what we want to do. I think that'll be a good plan. Okay, so, oops, we lost a guy. Can I put you in there somewhere? Excuse me. Okay, so let's cut out one for now and see how it goes. Got the Gemini Go. Excuse me, goodness. It's like I have this weird scratchy throat for a while now, and I was thinking, am I getting sick or what? I don't think I am. I think it's just maybe like allergies or something. But it's just hanging out, and it's super annoying. Jeez, oh Pete. Sorry about that. Needed a drink. Okay. I'm going to leave him off to the side because I'm pretty sure we're going to have to cut out another color at some point. Okay, let's see how he looks and what we want to do with it. It's a pretty good size. It's not too big, so that's nice. All right, come on. There you go. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty. And it, once again, I really like the font. I think it's nice, works well. Okay. All right, and then I think we're gonna, this, I feel like I want it to have as much drying time as possible. So we're gonna do all the other pieces that we can, and then we'll come back to it. So I'm gonna stamp this girl, excuse me, and she is gonna be in the thick white cardstock, but I don't, yeah, she's just gonna be black and white, right? Doesn't that make more sense? I think it does. Okay, here we go. So we will stamp her in black. And then, sorry, okay, we're in VerseFine Clair Nocturne. And we're going to stamp her in black. And then, you know, this is going to be colorful, right? So then she'll be black and white against that colorful background. I think that'll be pretty. So here we go. She's so cool. I love Dina's stamps. Her stamps are really fun to use. And, you know, because they're kind of, you know, they're far from generic. I don't want to use that word, but they're not specific, I guess is what I'm trying to say, to any you know, this doesn't have to be a Christmas stamp or a birthday stamp. It could really be used for whatever you want. And you can use it on a card or in art journaling or whatever. And so, so that's one of the reasons why I really like her stuff. I like her style. I think it's really cool, but I also like that it can be used in lots of different ways. And, you know, if I just wanted her face, I could cut that out and leave the circle out of it. You know, you could cut out just the hat. I mean, you know, it's there's just a lot of choices. So that's pretty cool. So I'm using my awesome new scissors that I was gifted recently. They are, the brand is Kai, K-A-I. And if you do any kind of fussy cutting, I think you would enjoy these. I think I'm gonna do that because that's getting in my way. Yeah, these work really well. They're really smooth and they're easy to hold, you know, because they're little scissors, and I thought, oh gosh, I'm gonna have a hard time holding them, but I really don't. They're really quite nice. So there we go. Let's see how she's gonna fit onto this background. So while this is drying, we can at least be sort of planning the layout and what we're gonna do with it. So yeah, I think that's going to be pretty cool, huh? And it's going to naturally stand up a little bit because of those stones underneath. So we'll definitely put some foam tape under to help raise it up. But yeah, that's going to be raised up really cool. And then we're going to have the Celebrate, I think. So let's see, maybe this needs to go up a little bit. I think Celebrate's going to be down here, but wouldn't that be cool then to have it, you know, have it have a black like shadow underneath and then have another color over top. Yeah, I am still gonna wait though because I want to see how the background turns out and what color we think is gonna look best with it. So that's cool. So we got one Celebrate and we got the stamp, and we're not going to color it, so it's done. It's ready to go. All right, let's see how these guys are doing. I think it's pretty dry. There's like a piece or two that's going to come up, and that's cool. Okay, so next we're going to come in. So when I'm going to work with a few different colors like this, I'm going to always start with my base colors, and I work lightest to darkest. These are pretty close, so I don't think it really matters. And then these are going to be like accent and colors that go over the top of it, right, to provide some highlights and stuff. So that's how I work when I'm doing stuff like this. And generally I have, you know, maybe light, medium, dark, or light and a dark or something like that. But this time I just have these two. So first I'm going to do a test a little bit. Okay. All right. A little bit more is fine. Okay. I like to see what I'm working with. So that is called Marine. Marine. It's super pretty. And then we've got a yuckies. Eggplant. This is eggplant. Okay. So gorgeous. Let's see how they look. Yeah, see? Look at that. So pretty. And then the purple. So they're both pretty dark. I would say probably the purple is a tiny bit darker, maybe. Hard to say. Hard to say. Ooh, that's cool. You get like a two-tone. Nice. That's fun. I like that. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. Ooh, I wonder. Well, maybe too much. I was thinking I could just squeeze some on. Am I still in the shot? Here, a little bit. Move this stuff out. For a second, I was thinking, what if I just squeeze some of this on here and then sprayed it and let the water kind of take it out? I don't know. We could try a little bit and see. Let's just try a little. We're going to do blue first. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're going to do blue first. And I'm just going to try it one little bit down here and see if it even works. It might be a disaster. Might be. Let's see. Yeah, because it's so thick. I mean, some of that color is seeping down into the cracks, and that looks really cool so far already. But we need to move it around some more. So here we go. So let's see how we do. Yep, I was worried about that. Okay. Dang it. Yeah, so I'm just gonna pounce because some of my stones are coming up. I think the water is affecting them because they're not, like, they haven't set for a while. You know, if they had set overnight or something, that would be different, but they haven't. So I'm gonna try and put a little bit of this just on my brush. All right, can you see? Yes. Okay, isn't this color so pretty? My goodness. So I'm trying not to lift the stones, but they are coming up only because of what I just said. If you gave it a little more time to dry, yeah, you'd be all right. Okay, let's do some up here. So actually I want to come up this side too. Okay, I'm just patting it because we are gonna wet it with water. No, I want you to stay. And also, you know, using this paint, even though the stones are coming up a little bit right now, they're going to actually we're going to come up this way on this side. They're going to stick down, and even more now because we are putting oh shoot, this is drying. Okay. Because we're putting acrylic paint, you know. There we go. Move it around. Come on, guys. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. So art pebbles, or is that what they are? No, art stones. They do need a little extra love here. And maybe they're not the best to use for a quick video like this, you know, or something where I'm trying to be a little bit quicker. But ooh, that's cool. I love when stuff moves on its own. That's the reason I add the water. So pretty. See, these are staying a little bit better. But again, this acrylic paint's gonna help them stay in place once it dries, so it'll be all right. It will. Okay. Yeah, I think I like that going down the side there a little bit. Excuse me, my throat is yucky. Okay, get back on there. Yeah, don't be afraid to just smush them back on, and eventually they'll stay where they're supposed to. And also, if this isn't quite, you know, as dark or as rich as you want it to be when you're doing it, just do one coat. You know, you can always add another coat. Just remember that for everything you do here. You can always add more. But it's harder to take it away. You could cover it up, but anyway. Anyways, okay, let's give it a little spray. See what she does. Yeah, that's so pretty. Isn't that nice? So far, so good, huh? Okay. All right. I'm gonna zap it for 1 second. I don't need to dry it all the way. I just wanna help set it a little bit more. Okay. And then we're gonna come in with the purple. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Isn't this just the most beautiful blue? It's so pretty. With Ocean too. Ocean is another color by Dina. And those two together are superb. Okay, let's do some eggplant. Let me clean my brush real quick. Get that blue off of there. And then we're gonna just do the same thing with the eggplant. I'm gonna put it right on the brush and then just dab it around. Now, most of what I'm doing with the purple is not gonna have the stones in it, just because we've covered most of that already with the other, but I am gonna go over some of those spots where the stones are with this purple. Yep, just to have a little bit of overlap. That's pretty. Okay. Oh, get back there. Okay. Okay, and I'm not gonna have all these strokes either, because I'm gonna get it wet here in a second. Okay. Just want to get some good coverage over the whole thing. Okay. Let's see. Turn it sideways here so I can get Yeah, I'm trying not to touch the stones too much. I really don't want them to move. Okay, get back over there. Here we go. I don't really want any white space on this one this time. I like the idea of having it covered. All right, gonna add the water now. That's a bit much on the water. Oh well. Let's see how it moves around. Yeah. See how it's like, oh, where are you? Okay, look at in the cracks right here where it's blue on top and purple down in the creases there. That's some good stuff. That is beauty. Beauty. Okay. So I want it to overlap a little, right? I do. Okay, and these are both cool colors, so we can do that, and it's not going to give us mud. It's going to make a prettier, darker purple. Okay. Excuse me. All right, I want this to move a little bit more. There we go. Okay, remember some of this is going to get covered up too. So let's check our girl out and see where she fits here. See? That's so pretty. Yeah, that's going to be great. Okay. All right. So let's dry that up a little bit. And then remember we've got the, we might just do rosy or just buff, I'm not sure. But we do have the light colors to put over top of that. Now with these lighter colors, I will want to dry it all the way before I add anything else. Sometimes it's really fun while you're drying it to kind of tip it so the drips run and then stay in place. And that looks really cool too. And see, because they weren't totally dry, those pebbles are moving around all over the place. And I kind of really like the way that's working out. Okay, and because we've sprayed it, you know, in some spots we have really strong concentrated pigment and a lot of paint, and other spots it's just the wash kind of, so you get that variegated look, and that is really pretty too. And look at that other purple it does in the middle. That's so pretty. Wow, this is turning out nice. Okay. All right, I think we're about as dry as we're gonna get right now. Okay, I'm gonna clean off my brush. We're gonna use it again. And I think I would really like to try the rosy because yeah, it's a nice metallic. And look at that color on top, is just so pretty. So, but here's what I'm thinking. Oh, well, there it comes. Wow, I did not know it was going to come out that quick. Okay, what do I want to do? I'm thinking maybe, here's what we're going to do. This might be fun. Just put it along the top, okay? Like that. And then get it wet. Am I still in the shot? Yes, I am. Okay, get it like really wet. This is really thick paint, so it doesn't always behave the way I think it should. I want it to drip down. Here we go. Come on. Nope, it's not going to do it, is it? There it goes. But it's not quite doing what I was hoping. So I think we're going to just wash a little bit here and there. It's not going to, and it's not as strong as I was hoping. So let's see. Let's put some on the bottom. We'll do opposite corners here. Super pretty, but it is just not quite doing what I want it to do. So that's okay. That's why you play and you figure it out, right? Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. I think I say that a lot, but it's true. It's totally true. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. It is what it is. Okay, here we go. Uh-oh, I lost a guy over there. Get back there. Okay. All right. Well, that's all right. We tried it. I am seeing a little bit of shimmer there, but not quite what I wanted. So I think I'm going to abandon the Rosie and save her for something else. And I'm going to dry this. And I think I do want some metallic. So I'm thinking about another option. Deciding what that should be. Yeah, maybe we're gonna do gold. I think gold would be really pretty on this. Before I was thinking silver because it's a cool colors of the paint, but I don't know. I feel like gold would be a nice contrast. What do you think? And I really like this Marabou. This is also acrylic, but it's a spray, right? So it's loose already in a spray form, but it is acrylic. So that means when it dries, it will behave the same way acrylic paint does, and it's not going to be reactivated by water. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I'm mixing up this gold, and I think I'm going to apply it a different way than I normally do with sprays. Just stay there, babe. Okay, get over here. Once all this dries nicely, like if you could just let this sit and dry, when you came back, it would just all be solid and cemented on there. But because we keep playing with it and adding water and doing stuff and not really giving it time to set because we don't really have time, then it's not, they're coming up a little easier. But just so you know, if you were doing this on your own and you're just kind of playing around and time wasn't really an issue, you could let it sit for a while. And I might even, if you're going to do something with art stones, I might even just start with the art stones, put them on your project, and walk away. Put that project away, work on something else, whatever you got to do, and then later come back when they're dry, maybe even the next day or an hour or two later, and then gesso over it or whatever you're going to do and start working on it just to give it time to really set. Okay, so we've got the Marabou Mixed Media Art Spray in gold. Pretty sure it's called that. Yep, just gold. And then usually I either spray or I take the lid off and I, splatter on there. I'm not doing either of those things today. I am going to, I don't know why I did that. Take a paintbrush, take my paintbrush I've been using, okay? And this is another really fun technique for doing mixed media stuff like this. I use it a lot. I usually do it with black when I have a lighter background going on and I want to add some dark drama or some shadow to it. But this time this is dark, so we want to add some lighter stuff to it, right? And I want to use something that I know is going to work the way I want and give me some shimmer. So I'm putting it right along the top here. Oops, we've got some wetness there. Let me just wipe that because, I don't know, it is really pretty though, isn't it? Okay, I kept some of it. So here I'm just dipping my paintbrush into the Marabou paint, okay? And this gold looks really pretty with both the blue and the purple, I think. I'm putting a lot, okay? And I'm putting it all along the top. And then, can you still see? Okay, here we go. I'm going to give it just to see. That's what I wanted. That. Okay, here we are getting it wet again. That's okay. See, look at how, okay, now I'm good. Now I want it to dry. And then I'm going to come from the bottom and do the same thing because I want this gold to be just kind of settling in the cracks everywhere because that's going to be super pretty when it dries. Okay, get that stone back in there. And all of these things that we're doing to it are going to help those stones stick in the end once it's totally dry. You just got to trust me on that because I can't show it to you right now. But, yeah. But I could show it later. And, yeah, I've worked with these stones quite a bit, so I have pretty decent amount of experience with them. Okay, so I'm just gonna let that guy be there. We are gonna dry this a little bit because I do want to flip it over and do that to the other side. See, and now when you're gonna look at this too, you're gonna see that especially where all the pebbles are, the gold is just in the cracks. We didn't spray it on, we didn't put it on top of the pebbles, we put it on the flat part of the surface, and then we added water so that it could seep down in between the pebbles, right? And this is going to add a really nice finishing touch to it there. This spray dries pretty quickly, and look here, can you see how it's settling in? Yeah, it's not sitting on top, it's just going right down in and settling in the grooves there. And that's exactly what I wanted to happen. And here it's flat, right? But you can see some of it, but then the other color's coming through and it just kind of blends with everything. Super duper pretty. Okay, so now I'm gonna quickly shake this up again just to make sure we've got the pigment all suspended in there. And then I do see that this is wet a little bit. Let me just dry that for 1 sec. I don't want this blue to mix with my gold, okay? So I want to make sure that whatever other pigments that are on this are dry before we add the gold. Or else they're going to try to blend. We don't want them to blend. Usually with metallics, you don't have as much of an issue with that. Only because they don't generally blend. Metallics are usually a different kind of beast, but still, we just want to be safe. Okay, so now I've got my gold open again. Shook it up. Excuse me. Okay, let's get that gold down in there really good. I want all of that shimmer. Okay, doing the same exact thing. I'm going to start at the top, and I'm just going to put a bunch of spray right on top. And it's even because it's, you know, almost a liquid already, it's going to start moving. But then when you add that water, it's going to move a lot more. And I really want a lot on this side. Okay, here we go. I'm excited. Are you excited? Let's be excited together. Woohoo! Okay, are you watching? All right, here we go. Ooh, pretty. So gorgeous. I think I want more. I want more and more and more. Here we go. Let's look at this gold. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm just gonna let it sit now. It doesn't look great right now. It's a little muddy. I don't want all these drips coming up, so I'm gonna get rid of those. Okay. You're out of here. Ooh, look at it. Leaves the gold behind. That is magical. Okay, let's dry this. It should dry pretty quick. And then I'll show you up close. So the only reason that blue happened was because we're working quickly and that blue wasn't totally dry. If it was, it wouldn't have ran. Because this is acrylic paint, so. But we're working fast, so it happens. No big deal. Okay. Come on, I'm just really trying to get you to, there we go. Okay, good. Yep, we got some good gold coverage. Gold accents. All right. I think that's looking pretty good. Got some texture. We got some pretty colors. These darn things aren't staying. Stay. Okay. Yeah, I think that's looking great. Okay, so let's look at the bottom here. Can you see the gold that is settled in there? Same as on the top. Yeah, I love this. I think this is super pretty. Lots of great color going on. Okay, so then we put this girl on top. She's gonna look great on there. Okay, so now, hold on, let me put this back. What color do we want on top of this? We could do silver, or no, gold, right? We could do gold. Or we could do, yeah, let's try gold. Let's try gold and see how that looks. Let's move this over here. I'm gonna let him just settle a little bit and dry some more. That will be helpful. I'm gonna put some of these paints back so I have some space. Okay, so let me get the gold really quick. There we go. And I don't think we want glitter, do we? Maybe we just, maybe we want shiny. I don't know. Let's see. That shiny gold is so pretty. Well, I guess I can just cut a little piece out. Here we go. I bet you I can get Celebrate out of it. Here, this one's got more. This is from my first day project, isn't it? From day one, we've got scraps. Okay, let's see if we can fit Celebrate on here. I'm pretty sure we can. Look at that. I love using scraps. Love it. Love it, love it. Okay. Get the Gemini back on real quick. It's another thing I love about this guy is he's just always right here. I don't have to go get it, bring it back, plug it in. You know, it's nice and compact. It's super light. You know, it has a little bag that you can buy with it that you know, so you can take them with you if you're going on crafty retreat or crop or something. It's very handy. I enjoy it. All right, gold. Let's see how gold looks. Might be too much. I don't know. Let's find out. Okay, pretty. Get my little poker. These little tiny spaces in between these letters, those spots I tend to have to poke out for all these kind of words. But they're just, it's such a small area, you know, it's no big deal. Okay, then, all right, let's see how this looks. I don't know if I want to do this or not. We will try. Okay, so I'm thinking that I want to put the black Celebrate behind it. What is that? There we go. Maybe it's like a shadow a little bit. I don't know, what do you think? Let's put her on top here. This is mostly dry. And then this would be like that. Sitting on top with the shadow. I know you can't really see the shadow that well, can you? Can you? Yeah, kinda. What do you think of that gold anyway? I think it's pretty. It definitely brings out the gold from the background, which is nice. Yeah, I think we'll just stick with it. I like it. So first let me put some twine around here. We'll use black because that'll be a nice contrast. We don't have any black in here. Should we do some black specks? Flecks? Why not? Real quick, we'll do some black flecks. I've got Pico Embellisher and Irresistible in black. All right. And we just need a little tiny paintbrush. Here we go. We're gonna use this one. Okay, I just dip it in and give it a little splatter here and there. Yeah, this black always looks nice. I add it quite a bit because, I don't know, it's just a nice finishing touch to most projects that I do. I really like it. Okay, adds a little bit of something extra. Okay, here we go. I think we're good. Yep, that looks good to me. So now real quick, we'll just zap it dry. It doesn't take long to dry. I'm impatient and I want it done now. So we're gonna zap it real quick. that ought to be pretty good. Okay, then I'm going to wrap this around. So I need my Zots. Okay, just gonna get one. There's a lot going on in this thing that some of it's still kind of drying, so I'm gonna try to be very gentle and careful with what I'm doing. Yeah, I lost them. That's okay. Okay, so now I'm going to, yeah, I got a couple glue dots on there. That's okay. Okay, I want it to be kind of in the middle there because she's pretty big and she's gonna be up there a bit. So we're just gonna wrap like this. Actually, we're gonna move him up. There we go. I like that. All right. Cut it off. There we go. So now we got our string wrapped around. That looks cool. And then I'm gonna put a couple layers, I think, because we really want her to be raised up high, right? And I have this thicker foam tape, but I'm still not sure it's gonna be thick enough. But we'll see. I'll do one round first and see if it's thick enough, and then if not, I'll just layer it up and do one more. This is so thick. Oh my gosh. It's really sturdy. I love this 3M tape. First, before I take that off, let's see how it's gonna stick down. Yeah, okay, let's see. Yeah, I don't think it's enough. And actually, now that I'm doing this, that darn glue dot there is stuck. I'm gonna put him down here. But I'm thinking actually, I'm gonna take this off, but I'm gonna put some gel. Yeah, I'm gonna do heavy body gel because this whole thing is crazy, right? And I don't think that this tape is gonna stick long term to that surface all by itself. So we're gonna take this off just to give it a little extra something, but I really think we need some heavy body gel to make sure it's not gonna go anywhere. So this heavy body gel is really thick. If you haven't seen it before, look at that, it doesn't really move. It's super thick and it works really, really well. So I'm just gonna put a whole bunch over this whole thing, and I'm gonna make it kind of thick because that's gonna help raise it up too, and it's gonna seep into the cracks, and it's just gonna hold it really nicely long term. Okay, so that is what we're gonna do. That looks pretty good. I don't normally put this much, but I really want to make sure this stays in place. So look at, that's a lot. That's like definitely more than you normally would have to do, for sure. Okay, so then we're gonna stick this down right about there. I like her being slightly off of the page a little bit. Okay, yeah, see that heavy body gel? Boom, it's done. It's not going anywhere, I promise. Okay, you have to have this. And as soon as mine gets to like the halfway point, then I just order another one to make sure I don't ever run out, because it's super useful. This is so pretty. I'm loving the way this is turning out. Okay, we're almost done actually. What was the other thing? Okay, we need to do celebrate for sure. Let's see. Come on, there's like a little hair or something on there. Okay. I don't know if we need the black. I don't know. What if I just do... Uh-oh. He's stuck. Here we go. What if I just do that? Yeah, it feels a little cleaner. I don't know. For some reason, I'm not liking the black underneath it. So I am going to use... on point glue, and I really just need to stick it on the face part, right? Like right here. So I'm just going to do up to the R, and then the rest of that is just going to be floating in the air, because yeah. So I have on point glue here, and this is from Imagine, and it's got a nice needle tip, and this is perfect for when you need really specific, you know, thin kind of spaces that you're putting some adhesive, and also when you're working on paper to paper, it works fantastic. So that is my advice there. Okay, so let's just put this right down below her face. See, I barely even have to touch it down, and it's going to stick pretty nicely, and it's not going to move. And it dries very quickly too. In a few minutes it'll be dry. So you know, as far as a liquid adhesive goes, it dries pretty quick. Okay, so I'm liking that. I'm feeling like it's not quite done yet, though. So let me think about this for 1 second. Let's see. Do I want to add any of these guys? Oh, you know what? Maybe I want to add, I think I do want to add one of those, but what if I want to add, so I have Celebrate. What if I just did like Be Weird? Or I like Embrace the Different. What about that? What if we add that? I just feel like I want a couple more words in here. I think that would help to finish it pretty nicely. Let's get all this runaway stones off of there. Okay, real quick, we're just going to do this on some white paper and cut it out. Oh, that's not white paper. Oh, come on. Here we go. Here's some white paper. This will work just fine. So yeah, just going to stamp it real quick once, and I'm going to cut out each word separately and stick it down. I think that will look pretty cool, actually. Embrace the different. That's great. Great advice. So we're almost done here of day 16. I can't believe that I've done 16 days in a row of this, number one. That is a big accomplishment for me, so I'm pretty excited about that. And yeah, I don't know. And we've got, what, how many days left now? 8? Well, after today, we'll have 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 8 days. Okay. Just over a week. That's pretty cool. Okay, so here we go. We've got Embrace the Different. I want all 3 words to be completely separate. So let's see how we can put this on here. Embrace. Sticking a little bit to me. Embrace the Different. Does it belong up there, or does it? No, it does belong up here. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Embrace the Different. Yeah, what about that? I think that looks superb. Yep, we are going to do that. And we are going to stick it down with my Ultra Bond glue from iCraft. Okay. This is really tacky, and it's kind of thick, so I like it. And it's easy for me to just use off of my finger. I like to use my finger when I can because, I don't know, I feel like I have more control, kind of, when I do that. So this glue has proved to be pretty useful for me, and I'm enjoying it quite a bit. Embrace the Different. We definitely do that. I think, you know, as artists, we kind of have to, right? Embrace the Different. Here we go. Can you still see the whole word? Yes, you can. Boom. That is so pretty. Okay. I think we are good. Am I going to add a couple of these? I don't know. Let's just see how 1 or 2 looks, and if I like it. Like maybe put one down here. Yeah, that's pretty. one here next to the embrace the different thing. Maybe one in her little circle there. And I don't care what the sizes are for this one. I'm just, oops, is there one there? Okay, yeah. Yeah, this is pretty fun. I like these guys. Here we go. There's a big one. There, I want this one right there. Okay, we good? Maybe one more. I think I want a little one for this last one. If I can grab it. Here's a little one. Try not to dump these because, man, they're hard to get up and put back in the bag once they're dumped. Okay, I think I want him right up here. Okay, I always do this in the end when my fingers are sticky, so that's not smart. Oh, you know what? I don't want this one here. I want this one right. Okay, I need to call in for backup here. There we go. That's where I want him. Oh, what happened here? Okay. All right. I don't know where this guy came from. I think he's extra. Yeah, I think that looks good. I'm good with that. So real quick, we're going to stick them down with some on-point glue. Yeah, on-point glue will be good. Okay, so I just kind of hold them in their place and put a puddle of glue underneath and then just stick it back down and let it dry on its own. Okay. Yeah, and I try not to push down too much because I don't want it to like seep out, you know what I mean? Okay. Some of these are in a tricky spot. Let's see. I'm gonna have to lift that guy up. There we go. Okay. Good, good. Almost done. Ah, get down. Okay, there we go. Did I get them all? I think I did. Here we go. Final piece. This is super cute. And remember, we used the garbage backing of a package, you know, that was gonna maybe get thrown in the trash otherwise. And here we just made it into a nice little piece of art. So there we are. There's my project. Very fun. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this project, and we'll see you tomorrow for day 17.